thought it was going to hit the stumps. Well, I certainly thought it was going to hit the back or the stumps, but it just avoided everything. I wasn't expecting that. Only had one knot in the first game, the first inning. We only had three there.
Right, last time I was talking to you, I have just unfinished that one. As you can see, I've done considerably more since then. This was the next one to do. It's quite a difficult one because of all these teeth. This little bit of touching up probably needs doing with most of these now. If I have a deadline, I would send it at that stage of finish. But if I have the time, I will carry on. Go to this one. I've altered the drawing in this one. I wasn't happy with it previously. In fact, I've altered the last three, the next three. This needs a bit more work being done here, and the blood there is not very effective. Go to this one. This one I've altered quite a lot. I've got to increase the foreground yet. Here. Darken that. It's too pale. Apart from that, it's fairly okay. This needs a bit more work on it. So this one I've again altered, gone into close-up, because I was thinking it was too many middle shots and long shots. So I've got these two close-ups now to balance it, where he's about to dig his sword into the sand between his legs, which is this one, which I just finished, well, nearly finished. Could do with a bit of tidying up there. And that's a bit vague. Well, this is where he's like skidding down. So the smoke gives you the suggestion. I was wondering whether to put lines of whiz in here to suggest the... I don't think I will. And now I'm just beginning to draw this one. Seems quite straightforward, this thing looming over him and dribbling. I've got to work out some dribble on these. If I have the time, that's what I will do. It'd be quite nice to have this dribble with a line underneath it in grey.
Very statistics, but from a time point of view, they need to get through until close of play. I reckon that would be round about.
This is an oh my god shot.
The overs they'd have to get through. Give or take a few overs here and there. Maybe Pakistan run rate, over rate has been. And in the first innings they survived for just on 100 overs. That's quite a task. There must be another 32 bowls a day, but I expect more than that will be bowled. Requirement to take it up to 90 per day.
There's no in-swing here. Goes very close to the offside. Martin Moxon pushing at that, rather than letting the ball come to him. He's really having a real shove at it. And he's only playing defensively. From that angle, looks a little bit wide.
Okay, having done the black and white, I now put the first layer over, which is basically the tone that, all that is going to be in tone, and there's the highlight catching on here. And similarly on the face and on here. Then I start to build up the intermediate tones, the ones that give the action as well. Tune's got to come forward. Got to be heavy in there. Now he's slightly squashed back, so his neck was not decreased there. And that will stand out quite strongly. That cup. I'll just about finish this one now. I'm just doing out hair or two. Need a bit of touching up later if I get time. That needs a bit of working out yet. It's a difficult pose because he's got his hands crunched forward, his shoulders hunched forward. I hope it gives the right impression. And I'll leave that now and come back to it. That way you get a fresh impression of it each time, and you see basically what's wrong with it. I'll do a bit more on this one. Thing to do is get the black in here. It's a bit woolly at the moment. Still left a pencil. Right? Grey in there. I tend to use ivory black rather than Indian ink because it's softer. I don't get such a hard finish with it. There you go. That's about it. Background. Let's do that in darker there. Now the important bit of drawing is this head here. And this sort of digging into its neck. Not quite sure whether to have the eye wide open or have it shut. I'll see how it looks shut. The thought of it still being alive is rather unpleasant. This is a bit... Alright. Well, basically it's finished. There's one or two bits that have got to be touched up still. Also where I've rubbed out, I've seen one or two places I've gone over the edge. Here, for example, and here. Tidy up here. This needs a bit of tidying up as well. There are little things like that, but basically the page is finished. It's nearly all there. There's one or two scrappy bits along here and here. Need touching up. And I might introduce a bit more slobber coming down the tongue. And similarly on here. It's empty here. So presumably there'll be a box of some sort. A panel, rather. As a whole page, it's not bad. It's a bit... I suppose the background's all rather similar. It gives it a rather overall quality. There's not much variety. That's the only one that's got any variety on it. I think that works well, the orange against all the other colours. I like that. Not bad, not bad.